All right, guys, so we got to talk about this. I got to be honest with you. Democrats are being incredibly underwhelming in their response to MAGA fascism. Let's take a look at this. Pablo Manriquez says the following. News, Senate Democrats are reportedly offering ICE funding increases in exchange for body cameras and de-escalation training for agents. Body cameras can be turned off, de-escalation training can be ignored. Unclear if no masks requiring ID badges and no immunity is on the table. So, yeah, that is disastrous that this is the conversation that we're having. This is the debate that we're having, given the nature of what these Gestapo thugs are and what they're doing on a daily basis and what we know they've done. ICE, by the way, they have been credibly accused of doing slavery. They have systematically sexually assaulted females that they've captured. Okay? They're deporting innocent people, U.S. citizens even. And this is the reaction. De-escalation training and body cameras. I don't want a better trained Gestapo. I don't know. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, Pablo goes on to say, breaking, Democrats draw a red line in DHS appropriations, no funding increase for ICE. Okay, so apparently they floated that, got massive pushback from the base, and they went, no, okay, yeah, right, yeah, no funding increase. Policy riders growing, story coming, okay. So let's go ahead and look at what Senator Cory Booker is saying. So he posted this video, and it's kind of amazing that when he did, he thought he was freaking it. Listen to this.
We must do more. The tragic death of Renee Good has brought into clear spotlight so many of the things the Trump administration is doing to make our communities less safe. But one of the most alarming crises are issues of training and accountability standards for ICE officers. The Trump administration has cut the training down from 5 months to about a month and a half. They have eliminated age requirements and are hiring recruits as young as 18 years old. They're putting people into training before their background checks are even complete. And so when you see people cut corners, people die. I'm continuing to lead new legislation that will bring further high professional standards and accountability to ICE officials. We must also set minimum training standards. We must ban the hiring of anyone affiliated with hate groups. We must hold agency leaders accountable. We must require every federal officer to wear a body-worn camera during public-facing enforcement actions and require that footage be preserved so that the truth can't be hidden or destroyed. What Donald Trump is doing is undercutting the strength of our law enforcement. He is diminishing and diluting standards. He is taking actions that are wholly unacceptable to the safety of our nation.
They don't get it. Like, you don't get it. You don't get it. There is no reforming this. The whole point of ICE, the whole project of ICE is Trump's paramilitary, is to crack down on dissent, is to go after minority communities, terrorize minority communities for Trump and MAGA and Republicans. That's the whole point. There is no reforming that. It actually is as silly as saying, back during the days of Nazi Germany, we need to reform the Gestapo into being more moderate. Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? This is a group that completely and utterly ignores court rulings. We've seen them do it multiple times. They arrested somebody with an autism awareness tattoo and claimed it was a gang tattoo and sent them to a concentration camp in El Salvador. They also sent somebody there who had a mom and dad tattoo. They said the same thing. That means you're in a gang, so we're going to ship you there. They sent 288 people to that concentration camp. 90% of them had no criminal record whatsoever. You have Americans from Puerto Rico. One was a veteran. They were arrested. U.S. Marshals have been arrested. American citizens who spoke a different language also got arrested, even after they were shown, here's the birth certificate, here's the social security card. They didn't care. In fact, they have quotas. And so many times somebody says, I'm an American citizen, I can prove it. They go, I don't care. Because there's a quota system, so they lock you up because they try to hit a certain number of arrests in order to get rewards, whether it be money or what have you. I mean, this is what we're talking about here. They deported a 4-year-old American citizen with cancer. There's evidence that they lynched a guy. We're talking about raiding 7-Elevens and Home Depots and farms and meatpacking facilities and schools and tackling senior citizens and shooting priests in the face with a pepper ball and tear gassing babies and literally just terrorizing communities. That's what they're doing. Do not concede that this is law enforcement. It's not law enforcement. It's quite the opposite. It's like a gang. It's like a cartel. That's how they're acting. And so I need Democrats, you need to wake up and realize this moment that we're in. You need to understand that we've never seen anything like this before. That we're actually looking at a situation where this is a mobocracy, where Trump is a mafia boss and a fascist dictator, and he's implementing NSPM 7. He's trying to criminalize dissent. He's trying to invoke the Insurrection Act. He's already invaded U.S. cities with the U.S. military. He could not broadcast and make any more clear what he's doing. And by the way, he's given speeches where he said, I'm surprised there's so little pushback from the Democrats. He literally said that, and here you are. Originally, it was on the table to do funding increases for body cameras and training. Are you kidding me? If these are literally what we know they are, which is Proud Boys and white nationalists and 3%ers and Oath Keepers and January 6ers, which it is, well then there is no amount of training that's going to fucking make them not what they are. They literally don't even let people, they'll arrest people and not even let them see a lawyer, which means they're violating constitutional rights on a daily basis. They lie about warrants and say, oh, I have a warrant, but they don't have an actual warrant. They have an administrative warrant, which isn't a judicial warrant, which doesn't count, but they lie to fucking terrorize people. Wake the fuck up. Abolish ICE. I don't think Democrats get it. We are not interested in any half-measure bullshit. I'm not interested in a half measure when it comes to Venezuela. I don't want to hear your fucking bullshit. Oh, Maduro's a really bad guy. He's a dictator. Enough with the fucking throat clearing. Saddam was a bad guy, and we all agree decades later that it was fucking stupid to overthrow him. Let's skip that part and get right to the point here, that Trump is a bigger gangster and a bigger criminal than Maduro, and he's in no position to overthrow Maduro. I don't want hands off fucking Venezuela, hands off Panama, hands off Cuba, hands off Mexico, hands off Canada, hands off Greenland. These motherfuckers need to be locked the fuck up. If you're not willing to lead this fight, get the fuck out of the way and let those of us who want to lead this fight do it. But I don't want to hear any fucking tweaks around the edges. You need to abolish ICE. It was created in 2003. Okay, I'm way older than ICE. I was born in 1988. This country was fine without it. And now it has basically become Trump's paramilitary. It's like the 13th biggest military on planet Earth right now. It's bigger than a lot of actual countries' militaries, and it is a domestic paramilitary is what we're talking about. And they're not beholden to the same sorts of rules and professionalism that even local law enforcement is. And they have their problems, but at least they know the process, right? At least they are more professional than this shit. But no, this is where we are. So he thought he was freaking it by posting this video. Corey really thought, oh my God, people are going to love this when I go out there and I say we need body cameras and better training, like the year's fucking 2008. No, we're done with it, bro. They need to be fucking abolished. They need to be abolished. And a lot of them need to be fucking arrested. Probably most of them need to be arrested and tried for their various crimes. There's a plethora of them. So time to wake up, man. I don't know how else to get it through to Democrats. This moment is different. It's not like any moment you've ever seen before, ever. There's nobody who's on the Democratic side. No Democratic voter wants any fucking compromise, any half measure, any bullshit. We are looking at historic evil. We are looking at literal, demonic, satanic, sadistic, little fascist, terrorist, twerp freaks is what we're looking at. Treat them like what they are, okay? No more of this nonsense. It's got to stop.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.